What if you just shut down and talk less and are just unmotivated? Does that mean something got attached to you? You could be part of the awakening as well. No, that's not part of the awakening. That's part of you rejecting the awakening. You know, you have to, you're shutting down and talking less. Okay, and unmotivated. But what are you're supposed to be motivating yourself. Like certain things have to be routine because we lose motivation sometimes, right? But we understand that our routines keep us safe, that our routines keep us protected, that our routines keep us going in this walk, right? Creatures, animals, everything's it's a habit, right? You now have to change your habits. If you are unmotivated, then we must find something that motivates us. And if your growth doesn't motivate you, if your healing doesn't motivate you, if you're feeling better than you felt yesterday just because you sat in some grass and grounded a little bit doesn't motivate you, you've got to find something that motivates you. You're still here, right? So what are the things that would bring me some joy? What are the things that are going to bring me some peace? What are the things that are going to feed my spirit? So you're worrying about the flesh, but you got to find out what makes your spirit sparkle, right? What makes your spirit free? What makes your spirit feel more than what your flesh has been feeling? Because fleshy things are easy. Spiritual things are not so easy to the untuned mind. So we need to clean our heads first. We need to clean our bodies first. We need to start off with a clean slate and then sit down and do some journaling to find out why is it that I feel so unmotivated in my life, where others who did not have the opportunity to wake up today don't have this chance. So with this chance that I've been given today, what am I going to do with my life? What are some of the things that I said that I wanted to do but I wasn't able to ever do? What are some things, some ideas that I've bounced around, but I never put any thought or action behind any of the things? What am I good at? It's time to find out the answers to some of these questions. Oh, yeah, you watched the last live. They was out. My people was talking. My partner has an uncle that passed violently, suicidal. I read on it, and the cards say that he's hanging around. My partner's definitely suffering from depression, crying spells, advice. He needs to go to the Catholic Church and have an intention-based mass for the uncle. Y'all need to clean out the house. Did the uncle live in? No, he didn't live in that house. Is he? He's not spiritual. Does he not do anything for his ancestors? Your mate, love? It's all right, baby. Yeah, he doesn't do. Is he not into the same type of spiritual walk that you're into, that he's very much into cleansings? And, well, can you get him to take a cleansing bath? Can you get him to clean his head? Can you clean out the house? I've recently gotten him to make an altar to his past mother. Okay. Are there any other ancestors that would be elevated, that were good people, that didn't die violent deaths? He has to give him light elsewhere, not in the house. If the mom has been elevated, he needs to ask her to push him back. That the uncle, you know, for her, he's got to start giving energy for his mother to start, okay, as you write and see, for his mother to be able to assist him in pushing back some of that energy. See, they get strong because of the things that we do, the things that we give. It allows them more of a fortitude to push back some things, right? And because this person is still of blood lineage, if there's nobody guarding the gate, it's easy access for him. So this comes into play with him strengthening her, but she's gonna need some help. So it can't just be with just her. her, right? If her mother was a good woman, he needs to put her mom down too. Her sisters, if they were good women, and her brothers and her dad and grandfather, he has to start looking into his lineage, right? This is going to refocus his mind as well and take him out of the vibrational frequency of that depression, as long as he's cleansing himself, right? When you give the brain something else to do, when you start to feed it knowledge and wisdom and understanding and things of this nature, and that's what you get when you start looking into your bloodline, right? It doesn't leave a loophole for lower vibrational energies in that moment. You know why? Because the ancestors want your attention. The ones that are in light, they want you to get it right. They're here to help you in the first place. So they finally got your ear in those moments. It's going to be quiet. Unc ain't going to be able to get through in those moments. You know why? Because he's already cleansed himself. He started a practice. He started some prayer off, and he's starting bringing off a vibration and an energy that is going to vibrate a little bit too high for the low vibrate uncle. He's going to go to the Catholic Church and do an intention-based mass for his uncle, offering light and prayer over there, so that hopefully that'll pull him for him to be where he's supposed to be. The prayers that he's going to do, there's a book. These two books have prayers. This one definitely has prayers for people who passed. All of these actually have prayers for people who passed by suicide and things of that nature. So he needs to start doing some of those prayers as well. He can sit in the church and do them, right? And this is for them to give some energy towards helping him find the light, right? Helping him get to where he's supposed to be. What? You're opening up, remember, what is an altar? It's a doorway, right? It is a portal. If the person's energy is not balanced, it's not grounded, it's not elevated, it's not high, it is not learned, it is not anything that's going to bring you anything good in your life, that energy has not had a chance to find its healing place. It hasn't had a chance to stand. It's still way too earthbound. So it affects in negative ways because that spirit and that soul has not had a chance to work on itself. It hasn't had the chance to stand in front of God or Olofi or Lorumari to explain, to go, or the Egbe, right? To explain the things that they've done and to realize and to learn the lessons that they were supposed to learn, shed off all of the old ways, get that ego checked, and all of those things that sometimes spirit still holds on to. When you die violently from taking of your own hands, that means that you've given up. You faltered on your contract because that you never said I'll add the knife in and I'm gonna check out. That's not on this paperwork. You said your spirit got cocky at some point and said, send me down there, I'm banging on these niggas. And you got here and was like, oh no. I didn't know that these was the niggas I was supposed to bang on. I'm out. No. That's not what this paperwork says. Void. Now we gotta talk about this. Because your next trip back, we have to discuss now what you really gonna be able to do. And if you get to come back human or not. Y'all know that you don't have to, you come back sometimes and when you live a shitty, rotten, rat, bastard of a person, you think you get to come back just human all the time? You ever see the most raggedy ass broken down animals somewhere and you be like, oh, I don't know how them animals are still alive. You come back in some of those too. They got spirits. If it's alive and it has a soul, you could be in that form, my love.